friend.
Thanks.
Good to have you back.
So glad to be here.
Love your platform. Love the things you've talked about. Love the things you're doing. It's just, you're very genuine when it comes to nutrition and facts and getting people well. But it comes back down to it. The simple stuff that we can do and should do will keep our health in good tip-top shape. We get caught up in the fast foods and we got to have it now because the world is saying we got to do this at this time. We're Americans. We are impatient. Everything is always the rich red meat. Everything is fried in grease, or it's prepackaged with preservatives, which we don't need.
Yeah.
And we're getting back to the narrative of how I think it was meant to be, but we don't have time for it. But you find time to tell people about it. You provide a service about it. So introduce yourself and tell them what you do. We'll ask questions and kind of get it that way.
Yeah, awesome. So, Gabrielle Grandel, also known as the Gut Goddess.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a functional medicine nutritionist and functional medicine certified health coach. And
do you have to have any degrees or studies for that?
Mm-hmm. So my bachelor degree is in dietetics.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and then I have some extra certifications, one of them being the functional medicine certified health coach. I'm also a certified LEAP therapist, so that's helping people with food sensitivities and things. And I have various other certifications as well.
Okay.
And I have been practicing in nutrition for the past 17 years. And under the functional medicine paradigm for the last 12.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah.
You put some time into it.
I put some energy into it, and learned a lot along the way.
Oh, absolutely.
But I really believe that the further away we get from nature, the closer we get to disease. And I think it's our birthright, to live in a body that we love and that is healthy enough to serve our unique purposes here in the world. So I help people, embrace that and understand the connection, between nature and what's given to us with the whole live, real food, and how that can impact their body, for the better.
I got this. How can I say this best? At Tarrant County College Northwest. Now that COVID is over. Before that, we used to do these festivals, and they have the horticulture program there of all the campuses. That's where the greenhouse and stuff is. They sell their produce in the spring to the students.
Nice.
I remember DJing one where it had like a head of lettuce that looked like a basketball. That thing was big. $2.
That's great.
Oh, we're gonna do this, right? This is. I ate it and I felt different than the stuff that I buy in the. Excuse me, people. I had some water, but I couldn't get to it. What I'm trying to say is the stuff that we get in the grocery stores, opposed to like what we get at the farmers market. Why is there a difference in the look, the taste, and what can we do to correct that for wellness? Because clearly, I've eaten stuff from my grandma's backyard, for fruits and stuff that people give me and whatever. This guy, he teaches them the proper way to do whatever, no pesticides and stuff like that. Like I told him, I love romaine lettuce, but man, what we had there, it just like almost overnight made me feel like a totally different person. But I'm buying stuff at the grocery store that says I'm the same thing, but I'm not getting the same effect.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a challenge, because we get our produce from all over the globe, and then it's shipped in, and so the amount of time that it takes to get from that location to your grocery store can be can be a while. Whereas the farmer's market, or if you're going to somewhere like what you were mentioning, there's not so much time in between the time that it's picked and the time that you're consuming it. So there's more nutrients available.
Yeah.
And then also to your point about the pesticides, right?
Yep.
We want to minimize those. And we can do that when we, have farm grown food.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now,
if it's an organic farm, not a conventional farm that's heavily sprayed, but
you got it.
Yeah.
That's a factor too.
Yeah.
I was told that like the darker the color of fruits and vegetables, the better they are.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
absolutely.
That's not a myth. That's actually
that's actually true.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's where those what we call like phytonutrients come from. And
Nice.
There's various different ones. So
Sure.
like, it makes me think about like, for example, orange carrots. Most people know carrots to be orange, but there's also like the rainbow carrots, the purple ones, the yellow ones. There's purple asparagus, there's purple potatoes, and they all have the same flavor, but they have different nutritional profiles. They have different vitamins and minerals, which is really cool. So yeah, that phrase "eat the rainbow,"
okay,
right, is so important.
I gotcha.
Yeah, for those reasons.
Yeah, I see the lighter colored stuff, but that's because it's regularly available at the markets we go to.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go to the higher end, like Central Market, and see their produce department is just on another level.
So beautiful.
Beautiful, more expensive.
Yes.
But they got the quality, and believe me, God, Central Market's the devil.
I can get lost in that store.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's the devil. And even though I love HEB, I think there's this, second place to me. Sprouts and stuff like that. Of course, you got Albertsons, you're in other places. I get all that. But man, the produce department hits you different when you walk through Central Market, and the colors pop like a book.
So is it the devil or is it God? Right?
You know what?
I tend to think that's God's blessings.
Devil can say amen sometimes and get you in that candy, sir. It's kind of right.
We're talking
there.
the produce section though.
Oh, sometimes. Placement. I learned that in sales. Placement. Mm-hmm. But hey, it's all good. Trust me, it's all good. But the darker, the better. Going forward, I'm going to start, doing that stuff.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, even if it's a little on the lighter side, like romaine lettuce or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's still benefit there, So not to get caught up in the darker, but it's just about the variety of color, right?
Sure.
I was just talking to a client the other day. It's like, look at your plate, and it's brown and white and orange, really bland.
Yeah.
We need to liven that up with some fruits and vegetables.
Well, I noticed that those that don't eat a lot of fruits on the regular, and I've been trying to do more of that. I love my stir-fried vegetables.
Yes.
Oh, I love stir-fried vegetables. I love my broccolis and stuff like that. I do it to me, just right there.
Yeah.
And olive oil. I love my olive oil. I'm just going to do all that and do what I do. But for my fruits, my apples and bananas, I can't stop those two. I can't. I just wish I could get more into the melon stuff. I'm a texture person. I love the flavor.
Right.
I just hate the texture of watermelon. To me, it feels slimy.
Oh, gotcha.
But the benefits I heard are outstanding.
Absolutely, yeah. And just throw them in a smoothie or make a juice or something.
Okay, that's
Right.
See that? That's what we called you here. Give me ideas. And everybody else ideas.
Write that down.
Really? Make a smoothie out of it, Rick. Make a smoothie out of it.
Yeah.
You can smoothies year round. That's kind of cool.
That's right.
Now, do you research or talk about the value of tea? Because I made that earlier that the hot tea, the teas in the bags and stuff like that, at this time of year, oh my God, when it's fall.
Yeah.
And I love coffee.
Uh-huh.
But the black tea, the green tea, have so many antioxidant values that most people don't think like that. You think that there should be an alternative? If people want caffeine but not the coffee,
Yes.
tea should be it?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. Definitely from an antioxidant standpoint, especially green tea, is actually really beneficial for estrogen metabolism and so hormone balance.
Okay.
And it does have some caffeine, but less than coffee.
Sure.
But it also has something called L-theanine, which is an amino acid. So it kind of blunts that spike that we get from the caffeine. Sometimes when you drink coffee, you get kind of jittery or really up, right? So the tea is actually a nicer kind of buzz, right? It's kind of a more even sort of level. But yeah, and there's also like plenty of non-caffeinated teas, herbal teas, like we were talking about the peppermint earlier.
Oh yeah.
Right, and ginger and hibiscus, and I mean, there's, the list goes on.
Is it chamomile or chamomile? I've been arguing with friends on that one.
I don't know. I call it chamomile.
See,
but
that tea will put you to sleep, and I like that. That tea will knock you out. People, I'm here to tell you, a little tea before bed. Maybe because getting up in age, like, oh my God, I like this feeling if I can take this and just conk out.
Right.
Where I'm younger, I want this mess. I want to be up lively. I want to do it naturally. I'm like, you know what? It's a cold night, and I got to get up early, and I've had that restless day going on. I get that chamomile, and I'm watching the Netflix, and by the time it's over, the show's watching me.
Yeah, I mean, it works.
It really does.
Yeah.
What other teas can help with that too? Because a lot of people always struggle with sleep because 8 hours for some people they can't get.
Right. The two that I kind of turn to is a brand called Traditional Medicinals. They have one called Nighty Night, and then there is.
Is that the one that's over the counter?
You can buy it at the grocery store.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And then there's Organic India. There's one called Sleep. And so they both have chamomile in them, but then they also have things like passion flower, lemon balm, valerian.
Valerian's good. Oh,
yeah.
God, valerian root.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. And melatonin.
Melatonin, is a supplement that people can take for sure.
Now, how do you feel about people giving it to their children? I've never seen a society where, and people, I knew a girl who did this. You can buy them over the counter. She gives her kids one each night, a gummy.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I'm going to put them to sleep. I just hate to say it. It's like she's drugging them. But it works.
Yeah. So my thought about that is, melatonin is a hormone, right?
Okay.
It's our sleep hormone. It has other benefits in the body too. But when they're young, when someone's young like that, I'm of a mind we don't really want to mess with their production, their natural production so much. But they could certainly have a tea, right? Or they could certainly take some magnesium, that would be very calming for their.
Is that what
their
magnesium
sleeps.
does? I didn't know.
It's one of the things. Magnesium is awesome. It's involved in like over 300 functions in the body.
Wow.
But one of the things it does is calm the nervous system, and so that's where one of the places I'll start with people if they have problems with their sleep, is to take some magnesium, after dinner or before bed. And there's various different kinds of magnesium. They all kind of have a little bit of a different effect, but the common theme is that they're all calming.
Interesting.
And then also another natural thing you can do is tart cherry. So tart cherry juice.
Okay.
Is a really rich source of melatonin.
I like cherries.
Yeah. And now this is tart cherry, so this isn't sweet, right?
Well, cherries in general.
Yeah, exactly. But so some kids might drink it thinking, oh, it's going to be sweet. It's not. But you could mix a little something else in there. But
of course, I can see that combination of something.
Yeah. So I would opt for one of those kinds of things, before I would try a melatonin personally for a child.
See, everybody can relax now. Now you know the secret of good sleep,
Yeah, those are some things.
And I hate to say it, but I know a lot of friends that smoke. Well, I'm gonna have this cigarette before I go to bed. Man, you're up all night long, man. That caffeine, that nicotine's in your body. Other toxins are there and stuff. And that's why you're restless.
Right.
You didn't get any sleep. Why not? You took it. The body's stimulated by now. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, my father, who's listening, he eats real good. I know he's retired, citizen, stuff like that. Senior health is important.
Yes.
Seniors they're still around or doing whatever to feel better, maybe help with ailments they may have and stuff. But I know he does like sweet potatoes. He does like cantaloupe and stuff like that. Those rich fruits and stuff that do what they do. So would you recommend stuff like that for a person who's, say, 65 and older?
Sweet potatoes and cantaloupe? Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because some people are like, I don't eat that. Well, hey, it's got benefits to it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all whole live food has benefit. It's just depending on what you're going for.
Oh, they're going for the Sonic Burger, $1.99 and the Slurpee.
Well, some people are, yeah.
It's kind of what the body's used to, too. Sometimes the body's used to the stuff you put into it. You change the pattern and they have problems, including the bad stuff.
Well,
That's
definitely the fast food. Yeah, you're gonna have problems. What do you mean as far as changing other things?
But what I mean is, like, there's people, they say, what's your, how do you live so long? Well, I get up and drink my coffee, put a little gin into it, I smoke a cigar, and I have a burger. A woman from Whataburger who retired at 94 years old, she has a junior Whataburger every day. She said every morning that's her breakfast. And she's in her 90s, where somebody who was like 59 was on the treadmill and fell over and had a coronary, and her body's used to that,
Well, yes, and I think it's also important for people to recognize that we're all very unique. And so our genetics and the biochemistry in our body is different. And so just because it worked for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Got a point. Got a point. Everybody just can't work out everything,
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of, her stories kind of sounds like the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, because some people can. The guy in Austin, he was a World War II veteran, Tuskegee Airman, lived to be 105, walked in his own power. This man lived in the same house, walked this block. He's what I'm talking about. He says, I start my day off with coffee, sugar, and a little gin, and cigars. That man chain smokes cigars, and he's 105 and on his own, without a cane, without a walker, without a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting around. Like, how can this man? He says, I don't change my diet. I still have my burger. I still do this. I still drink this. I still smoke these. And everybody's like, quit smoking. I'm 105 years old.
And he's not about to do that now.
Well, he passed on.
Oh, that's right.
After 106.
Yeah.
But still, he made you go 105 and that routine.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that if we know the whole story of everything else that he had been doing.
I think they should go to him aside. I want to figure this out.
Yeah.
I want to be that old, and I want a cigar too. I haven't smoked a cigar in 7 years. Trust me, I miss those things.
Nice.
Yes, I do. On occasion, when I was drinking brandy and had my cigar, God, I miss that.
Well,
but I feel much better.
Yeah, your body thanks you.
Yep. I'm like, okay, and I don't smell like cigars either.
That'll stick on you.
Yes, they will. People, when I quit smoking, I'll pass by somebody and say, yep, you smell. I probably smelled like that too, but thank God that's over.
We go through seasons in our life,
Don't we?
have to experiment with different things sometimes.
It was fun, don't get me wrong. So where can we find you? Let's get that so people want to know where they can reach out to you and get your services, because you got a lot to offer.
Sure, thanks. So Gabrielle Grandelle is my website, GabrielleGrandelle.com, and that's GabrielleGrandell.com. And that is my handle for all of my social media, so YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And on my website, you can book a free discovery call if you'd like to talk to me for 20 minutes or so to see if it's a good fit, or how we would work together.
Sure.
And you can also email me at GabrielleGrandelle.com. And I see people virtually, so I see people all over the world, and so we could do that, or I can see you in my office, which is at a local functional medicine clinic called Living Well Dallas that I'm really blessed to work at, and I've been there for the past 7 years. And that's in North Dallas, and so see people there too.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I could see you putting together a cookbook.
Yes, so many people have mentioned that to me. Maybe that's on the horizon. I've actually thought about doing something kind of related to like foods for gut health and things like that.
The YouTube series on it.
Yeah.
We have a studio.
Okay.
Well, because we can talk about it all day long. And we can put it out there all day long. We can put and say it till we're blue in the face. We as Americans, we are visual. They want to see it. They want to see it put together. You walk into a restaurant, you see the menu. If it's got pictures on it, our eyes gravitate to it. You have a cookbook with no pictures, it's not going to sell. I've seen those, like, I want to know what this looks like. I want that sensation of my eyes are going to make me hungry.
Yes.
But if there's no pictures, it just kind of sits dormant.
Yes.
where you can do this instructional stuff, and they don't have to be long videos. Either talking 5-minute videos or less, and you'll get so many hits. And I think that'd be a good direction for you.
No, I agree. Every now and then I'll do a couple of little videos you might have seen of me making certain dishes or whatnot.
Absolutely.
There's a good amount of effort that goes into filming all that, editing all that, and, or as you know.
My life. My life.
Yes, but
that's what I do.
But yes, I've thought about doing that and maybe having like some sort of ebook or something with some pictures. But yeah, I think people definitely like to see people in the kitchen or see the actual product. Because like you said, we do eat with our eyes also. We do. We do. Those colors entice us. Yeah. We
do. If you just had a Thanksgiving meal and someone says, "Look at this picture, I'm making this tomorrow," oh my God,
I can't wait.
Cartoon eyes come out, and we're happy, Of course, if I said to me, you can't help but walk to a certain restaurant, and you just like, "Yep, that smells good." You wake up, it smells. Yep, that smells good. Somebody's in the kitchen baking whatever, cinnamon, whatever. Hey, we just gravitate to it. But in the day and age we live in now, there are so many people. You can make a lot of money doing it. You can just increase your following by doing it. And they don't have to be a long series. You've already been established. You got the business ties and stuff like that. You got North Dallas and stuff. But if you go online with your website and link it to it, I guarantee you put 10 to 20 series out there. I guarantee you your business will probably increase by 15%.
Yeah, I think you're telling the truth. Yeah.
I've been in the game for a while when it comes to that.
You might know a little thing or two.
Oh, yes. How many of those little segments have I been producing over the years, right? And that's my third room is my studio anyway. I got lights like this, and that's it. Here you go, backdrop, let's do it. You don't need a lot of space to do it.
Yeah.
Just the visual. And the stuff you're talking about, you don't really have to cook. You just put it together.
That's true. Yeah. I've thought about doing like a series of like A to Z, A for avocado or something, right?
It works.
And this is what avocado is good for, how you could use it. So
it works.
This is incentive to actually get that up and going. Yeah.
It works, man. It's only 26 letters, so hey, you know what? 26-part series, it'd be just fine. A friend of mine, when I was going to school, she's a soccer player, and I was making dinner, and I was asking her how she wanted her vegetables prepared. She says, right there, I'm looking at, she says, raw. I would cook my vegetables. I mean, my carrots are raw, broccoli's raw. Yeah, you just put it on the plate. I'm like, she's right. Nothing to it. No salt, no pepper. She said, all those are raw. I will spice up everything else, but my vegetables are raw.
Okay. Great.
And you just put it together. And some people don't think like that, my point.
Yes.
They don't think like that.
Yeah, that it could be that simple.
Yes.
Right? They could just pull it literally from wherever they got it and eat it.
And sliced avocado, oh yes.
So yummy.
Yes. A little salt and pepper, my gosh, that's all you need. You don't got to do nothing to it.
I mean, I will say that if people are not used to eating raw vegetables, right, then they're going to think, wow, this is pretty bland, because their taste buds are so used to the hyper palatable food.
That's right.
The fast food and stuff that has so much salt or so much sugar or fat or whatever it is. That kind of fails in comparison, right?
I've learned.
But over time you grow more accustomed to those tastes, and you actually really desire that. And you can put a little salt on your avocado or something.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That sea salt. Woo.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah.
Crushed black pepper. Oh, I'm so there with that.
Exactly.
So people don't see it like that. Say, hey, you can do little things. We, as my family, my mother bought some Brussels sprouts that came in a packet that was, you boil it, but it was a butter sauce in there. No, I'm sorry, butter makes so much.
Butter makes everything better.
You know what? It just does.
Yeah.
Stay away from butter. Better yet, butter's more natural than margarine.
That's true. So absolutely.
You got that part going for you.
That's right.
But we got to the Brussels sprouts that way. I said, yep, that kind of works,
Yeah.
It really works, but you can't butter and cheese your vegetables all the time.
You can't all the time, but to your point, I mean, if you're trying to introduce somebody into vegetables, I think cooked vegetables with spices or with butter or herbs or that kind of thing, you know, can really, open up their mind to it. I also say a lot of people, you know, I hear this a lot, that like people grew up on, you know, canned vegetables, like myself, right? You know, 'cause mom's just doing the best that she can, you know?
Sure.
But that canned spinach, right, just for example, or canned asparagus or whatnot, is not the same as the fresh roasted or sauteed.
That part.
And so they get kind of turned off, you know, thinking that that's what it's all going to taste like. It's like, no, you know, let's get some fresh and let's cook it ourselves, and then it really opens up a world of flavor and opportunities.
You know, people, the canned stuff is there for a reason, and sometimes that's all you got. Yes,
it's better than not having vegetables.
But drain the water out of there and rinse them off. They pack them in the water. You're supposed to eat stuff that's in the water. You're supposed to drain it and rinse it off, and then you go for it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to. And my friend, let me tell you, please warn everybody you know about that canned chicken. There's a whole chicken in a can.
Well, I did. Again, it's kind of like what you said. You know, sometimes that's better than the alternative, which might be fast food or something, right? To have a canned vegetable.
Have you seen that canned chicken?
Well, I have seen some canned chicken. Like, so let me just give you an example.
Sure.
There is a brand called Wild Planet, and mostly they make a lot of sustainable fish, you know, in cans. But they also have chicken, and they also have beef in a little pack.
Okay.
And so when you're on the go, you know, that can be an alternative for something that's quick and already cooked and ready, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's just kind of working with your schedule and your resources and your, you know, ability in the kitchen and all that. I don't want to ever X out some convenience type foods like that. There are some things you might be talking about, something completely different.
I'm going to show
like
you.
You are. Okay.
I'm going to pull it up here. You're going to see it.
I may not be a fan of that.
Well, you probably won't be a fan of this. I was like, the canned chunk chicken, I can see that, or like the canned tuna.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still a fan of that. Canned salmon, I love canned salmon. I make my croquettes out of that stuff.
Yes.
Salmon cakes.
That's right.
God, man, that's still the cheap but inexpensive meal for me. I love salmon patties.
Me too. My mom used to make those all the time. I haven't made those in a while. They're great.
They really are. You know, and it's all on a budget too, so budget friendly. And can't go wrong with that. But no, this canned chicken you got to check out for yourself.
Okay.
That way with it. So, as I tell everybody, I told you that years ago. I told you now. I have an open seat policy, so if and when you want to come back, you can.
Yeah, thank you.
We love updates.
Great.
And getting this time of year. As I sit out in the lobby, we always want the fast stuff, the cookies, the cakes, whatever. We do. I don't eat a lot of sweets, but I will indulge because, hey, you know what? They put a little love into it during the holidays. You only get it during the holidays. I might want eggnog in July, but I can't find it. But you know what? This time you're like, yep, let's go ahead and do this and have fun with it. But we still can have the days where we have the balance. You know, we need the nuts, we need the fruits, we need the vegetables. More of that, and then on that one day or two, like you said, we can have certain things, and we should enjoy life. It's one go around, have some fun with it. But man, lay off the grease, get the vegetables, get the raw fruits, get all those grains because we really need them.
Yeah, I think it's about what you do most of the time that matters. You know, and I also, you know, want to say that there are many ways to find pleasure and joy in life that are not food related. It's just that many people are choosing that route because it's easy and readily available, and our culture sort of, you know, pushes that more.
Yep, you don't have to go out because you can dial a number and they'll bring it to you now.
Yeah.
They'll bring it to you like always.
So, and I also want people to recognize too, and I have a lot of recipes and you know, brands that I can point to for healthier alternatives to comfort food or to things like cakes or cookies or, you know, sweets that somebody really likes that we can recreate that are very tasty and very close to, you know, to the what you're used to. but better ingredients.
Certain things are sweetened with honey that I'm crazy about. Like,
Yeah.
man, that stuff is really good. It's really sweet.
Totally.
Natural,
Yeah. Or
you know?
maple syrup or monk fruit or fruit, right? Or even sugar, you know, just tweaking the balance of it.
There you go.
You know?
There you go. There's so much truth to that, people.
Yeah. So you don't have to miss out on those things is what my point is, right? That you enjoy.
Yeah.
But
don't rule them out
you can
totally.
be mindful of it.
Yeah. Even with tea, when I flavor my iced tea with sugar, I'm good. But hot tea, I gotta put the honey in there. Something about that marriage.
Yes.
It just works.
Delicious.
And then I'm like, wait a minute, do I have a lemon in here? Okay. Oh, you know. Now I'm getting to my Netflix, you know. Turn those lights down low, and you know, wasn't too much planning off. When it was quiet night, don't let it rain. I'm like, yep, I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here for now. I mean, I still hang out. I do what I do. I got my crowd. I do what I do with. But now I got my downtime, and it's like that. My wonderful honey, wonderful tea.
Yeah.
Feet up.
Yeah, and you know, honey is one of those Mother Nature sweeteners, right? It's naturally occurring.
That's
and
right.
So our bodies do better with it, and a lot of them have actual benefit.
Especially for allergies and stuff. Local honey is good for your allergies and everything else that's, you know, in the air where you live.
Absolutely.
I said, yep, that is for me. Well, my friend, great having you, man. It's good to have you back in the studio.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you've enjoyed yourself, because I know I have.
Yes.
And poo all the other people who couldn't come. Kendrick, I was ready for you. If you're listening to me at your office, buddy, I'm going to get you next time. When my team wins, you're not here, but every time we lose, you show up. Yeah, that's the kind of friends I got. So
Little suspect.
He's on my list, okay? I'm leaving him right there. So we'll see you guys again next Wednesday. Take care of yourself.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you soon. Take care. This canned chicken